We're not live. We're half live. We're live. Ask the producer, are we live? I know I'm bad with sign language my whole life. We're live. Welcome everybody. We're out here. Welcome to the friends and fan party episode. What number is it now? It's like number 2. we're all the way into episode number 2.
Yes.
Joined by this beautiful brown cast of gorgeous humans. I was just remarking on how great everybody looked this evening. Give yourself a big up, especially you, Juice. Smoldering scucks back there. Hey, we're joined again by our panel of fam and friends. We got the Girls Who NFT. What's up, sister?
Yes, what's up? How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Back.
Good.
Episode 2 with new friends, new faces.
Yes. And we got Amy with us now.
Shoulder.
You just straight in docs. You look like me. You're just straight in docs.
Yeah. Oh.
Introduce yourself to the people that don't know you yet.
Kia ora, everybody. I'm Amy Sinclair. I am a mother of 2.
Let's go.
I am a Māori. I hail from Whakatane, Ngāti Awa Tūhoi, and Kaitaia, Ngāpui. I am a music video producer and a event organizer and manager. And I am also a fan for NFTs.
Yes, girl.
And crypto world. Let's go.
And thank you for everything you've been doing in the community too.
Oh.
I love that wahine takeover.
Oh, yes.
I used the term sausage fest last week.
Yes,
And
everyone loves it.
we've got, not much has changed this week. It's actually got worse.
We're trying.
There's 2 of us this week.
It got worse.
We're
We're
getting
holding
there.
it up. We're holding it up. But we will get to the stage where we'll all be out and you'll be running the show.
Let's go.
Can't wait. That's us.
Yeah.
Got a special guest, Rue from all the way NFT development, drove up from Tauranga. Introduce yourself, bro.
Tēnā koe te parata, tēnā koe, tēnā koutou, ko waiau, ko rupini tuku ingoa. No hauraki, ko ngā iwi, ko Ngāti Pūkinga, me Ngāti Whanaunga, me Ngāti Maru hoki. Ko ngā maunga, ko Horomanga, me te tahi atu maunga ko Motutiri. Ko tainui te waka, ko te kapa te moana, koina. We anō, e noho ana hau, kei Pukahina I Tauranga Moana nānei. And bro, he tino mihi kia koe mā te karanga mai kia hau I te rāwaki. Ko taku Waimāori ki te noho nei I roto I tō whare o te manakitangi I tēnei pōso. Nā mihi I te parata, but bro, it's good to be here.
Yes.
It's good to be here, and thanks for the invite, and long drive, bro, I don't miss the traffic.
Man.
But we are no, bro, we're here now.
How long did it take you to get from Bombay to City?
Probably an hour, maybe an hour 15 to get here. I thought I was doing good. I had hopes to get up here by lunchtime. I got here by 5 o'clock.
Basically
but
lunch.
we're here now, bro.
Welcome back to Tamaki,
Yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
When the motorways are packed, the congestion is heavy, the carbon is thick. It's good to have you here, man. We're going to talk about your project.
Yeah.
Talk
So,
about it.
do we want to touch on that now?
No. But we'll get there.
Oh, okay.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So the project that I'm starting up is NFT platform for Kiwis, for new people in the space for now, with the ultimate dream of tying NFTs to real world assets.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go, bro. That sounds dope.
That's
All right, let's do the rest of these intros. We got a new mic. It's a little furry mic. It's just out of shot there, which means that our background heroes can get involved. So we got the bro Juice in the back. What's up, Juice?
What's up, everyone?
Say hello to the peoples. Got an intro for us, Uzo?
Yeah, no, quick one. Hey, everyone, my name's Julius. Everyone calls me Juice. And I've been in the digital space for like 2 years now, and also do a number of different projects with a bunch of other friends as well. And happy to be here, part of the Friends and Fam Discord. And love to talk NFTs and anything crypto as well. So looking forward to the yarn tonight, bro.
Shot. We got our man T, the jeweler back there. Tamua.
Hey guys, don't know how I can top that. God damn. So my name is Tamua, really 25. Part-time NFT rookie, still learning. Full-time jeweler. So if you need your jewelry, let me know.
Let's go. Danica Cooper Jewelry, right?
Yep.
Black pearls.
Looking forward to tonight. So yeah, thank you for having me.
So Misia, I said I wasn't going to get you to say anything, bro, but you're so close to the mic. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Name is Missy. Everyone calls me Missy. I'm a truck driver by my trade. Number one truck driver in New Zealand right now.
Let's go.
I'm just trying to wrap my head around NFT world. Bought my first NFT a few months ago and I lost it. I don't know where. So I'm here to learn and to be amongst the people that know what they're doing. Yeah.
Shop Missy. Well, seeing as how we started with Missy, you know what that means. Manaki, can we get Manaki in the shop? Manaki, come in for a second, bro. You just move around, just pop up behind T, the dribbler there.
That's the one.
Pita, come on.
Just when you thought you couldn't, you were.
Kia ora team. My name's Manaki. I think you can see me, guys. I'm helping out with NFT developments, just riding the coattails of old Rupini here. I'm pretty new to the space. Been about 6 months now. Not much of an ETH maxi, so I feel a little bit the outsider here. V-chain hard. Oh, sorry. But no, just happy to be here. Happy to soak it all up. Looking forward to it.
We've got one of the biggest sneakerheads in Aotearoa. If you don't know, we're in the presence of sneaker royalty right now. Hey, OG, Bigfoot, Bodega represent. Pita, introduce yourself, brother.
Kia ora tātou, ko Pita tuku ingoa no Tamaki Makaurau. I don't know what to say about that, but very passionate sneakerhead. That's how I met the brother Pat, Lance and Ja with Indigo and Manaki. And the way things have gone, I've actually learned to progress from sneakers to NFTs because it's very much the same in the culture at the moment. So the marketplace and the buying and selling and NFTs, the whole metaverse and everything like that has sort of just grown massively in my eyes in respect to learning from the brothers here. So very excited to learn more.
Bro, do you think you will ever have more NFTs than sneakers?
I'd say so, yeah.
Wait, how many sneakers do you have?
At my peak, I had 289.
Ooh, that's a lot of NFTs.
That's a lot.
Okay, let's go, bro. I'm actually excited that you're into NFTs because you can bring the whole culture with you. And that's me. That's really me. Should we get down to it? How cool is this? Like, wow. Just a diverse range of people and backgrounds and the whole thing. This is what the Bible Friends and Family is all about. But I thought we could kick off and just check in on, we don't have rain tonight, which is good, but we just have a plane flying by. Just check in on, like, what was everybody's highlight this week in the world of NFTs? Anyone want to go first? I know you're full DJing. How's your week been? What's your highlight?
Not full DJing, just, I love it. But definitely those goblins, bro.
Yeah.
Highlight of my week, getting in early and then riding the highs and then the lows and then just holding. And then where they're at now, I'm just super stoked. So
Yeah.
Definitely.
And what did you get in there? What did you get into?
I got a few of them at about 0.08, 0.1. Yeah. And then just how, bro. But yeah, that's my
You got a
highlight.
few too, eh?
Yeah, I got a few.
Got a six-pack.
Might do.
And I think that we looked before, like 1.6 now, I think.
And I think that they hit maybe 2.6 ETH last night. Yeah.
Pretty thin to 2 ETH too right now.
Yeah, so we'll see how we go. I mean, I think that team is a lot more than what we're thinking. So that's what I'm holding, and we'll see where we end up.
You ladies are nodding. What was your highlight? You can't take his highlight, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
No, we were having a long because we were talking about the goblins thing on the way over.
Yeah, we had
the Discord and how we didn't get it because we were getting some AMAs.
Yeah, I saw some stuff on Twitter today, and I was just like, wow, okay.
But it's cool
We
to
could
know
probably-
someone like
someone in the flesh that minted and
I
done.
didn't win, but
Secondary.
Yeah, just
Secondary. Oh well,
Sniper.
same
But,
thing. Still doing well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Now it's cool that you said that there's something more to the team because I want to know what's more to the team too. So,
Yeah. After what I've seen.
Yeah,
Would
anyone
love
that any team that like there's a really well established and acknowledged expert in NFTs gets on and starts trying to FUD them, and they tell them they're gonna make a burger and stick it up his ass.
It's a solid team.
It's a solid team,
You got
all in
something
goblin
going.
voice.
Yeah, all in goblin voice.
Oh my gosh.
But what about for you two? What was it like? Amy, what was your highlight this week?
My highlight this week was I was asked to be a moderator on a project, a brand new project, which I can't speak too much about just yet, but it is.
You know, Aotearoa's all about the alpha.
I know,
Soon.
I know. Very
We're both
soon.
mods on there,
Yes,
which is really exciting.
it was
Drop it.
it's
It's
so
coming.
good.
I
So
don't know
good.
if this is in the
It's
true
worth the
spirit
wait.
of friends and family. Like,
All we can say it is a New Zealand project and it is female led. So
Ooh, yes.
it's dope. Yeah.
It's worth the wait.
so what can you tell us about this female-led project in Aotearoa?
I can tell you that we're almost there.
We're almost there.
So when should we expect to hear something about this?
End of June.
Yeah.
End of
No,
June.
sooner.
Oh,
Sooner.
yeah, actually.
Sooner. Probably like beginning of June.
Yeah.
Beginning
yeah.
of June.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
like a week or two. A week, next week.
Really?
Yeah.
And what should the signs be that we are maybe looking for when this thing might be coming?
Well, our Instagrams are gonna be like, "Wah," so if you want to
Booming.
follow,
Yeah.
do
Yay.
that.
Yeah.
So good to have a local wahine-led project.
Absolutely. We
Yeah.
Are you
need
excited
that.
about that?
I am, and that was also my highlight for the week was you starting up the Queens Collective in
Let's
the
go,
Discord,
Queens.
like stoked as, and the women in there are so strong. Like, oh,
Yeah.
it's so good. So all the women in there, I'm so excited for us and what we can
Yes,
do.
ladies.
Yeah.
And we're all open to learning, and we're all open to just helping
Sharing.
each other out and sharing.
Sharing
so,
that matauranga.
Yeah, it's dope. That's my highlight.
And I saw a few boys turn up there, and I was like, they didn't get the boot.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. No worries. Come in
Kind
and
of
then
sneak into your group.
Into a dressing
I couldn't
room?
find
How
the
rude.
general chat. I was like, that's okay. Here it is. It's all
So,
good.
okay.
They're our
amazing.
brothers, so
Amazing. Well, we look forward to that project
yeah.
in a week,
Yes.
and you'll tell us first,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yes. What about our fam up the back? Or highlights for the week? T, you've been shilling all sorts of stuff in the group. Don't be quiet now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that one too. For me, it's probably for me, it's buying NFTs using my uni tokens. So jump on that uni friends instead of buying wasted ETH, waste some uni tokens. So I bought like five NFTs by using
Nice.
tokens. So get on while it's still low, guys.
Where do people find, bro? Where do we go for the info?
DM me. Buy a pearl, not jokes.
Buy a pearl and I'll give you the pearls.
See the jeweler. Buy the pearl. He'll drop you some pearls. What about you, bros?
Go to the right. Bro, I think for me, I didn't buy any NFTs this week, but what I did notice was just on the socials, bro. I noticed VCon was popping, like, and just seeing projects like World of Women, bro. Like when you understand the concept of NFTs and then like the real value of access, bro. Like VCon was like it, and I think it's such a good model for us to follow here in New Zealand as well for any other projects, bro. Like these meetups are super cool, but it's a super cool precursor to what could be, bro. When you look at VCon and things like that, they've been talking about it for ages. And I was just watching that happen, bro. That was cool. Like.
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah.
That was really sick. Yeah. Pizza, you buy anything this week?
I've recently just been buying graph-grams.
Nice.
Just to support the kaupapa in there. Yeah. But I'm also just been following the FNF Discord. There's just so much alpha in there, man. It's crazy. So.
Just obviously, people all missed AI moon boots. I don't have hurt feelings about that at all.
I seen something about that on Twitter today too.
I've been moaning to everybody about
Oh, did
that.
you miss it?
No, I didn't miss it, but I feel like nobody else caught it.
No.
For me, yeah, same as you, bro. Buying those graph-grams, that was cool. I only managed to get 16 of them, so I got to tell my partner.
You being
probably
ironic
find
there, bro?
out. But nah, you're just supporting those projects. Another thing when he talks about the VCon is this week it feels like it's shown like that the NZ NFT community is building quite nicely.
Yeah.
So it's cool to be a part of that. Not watch it from the outside in, but actually be in amongst it. It's probably been. Yeah.
So, me see you. Any highlights for you, bro? Watching and getting involved and learning more. Any highlights for you?
Yeah, with Bounty Hunter this morning, I just missed out. Wanted to buy one, but just missed out.
Yeah, got to get used to that, eh? Miss out a lot. I miss out a lot too. I think the highlight for me was being able to announce Block Party this week. So that's going to be cool. Really looking forward to the Block Party event. With all the team that's involved in the Beaver crew and just everybody, all you guys, and all those projects and the speaker lineup is coming together really cool. So we're gonna talk about that on Monday. But we nailed a couple of really good speakers this afternoon. People that can help fill the gap on some of those areas that are kind of just more technical in the space. Lots of people asking what are the tax implications. So we just thought we'd go out and get the best tax expert that there is. Yes. And so we've got a crypto tax expert that's been well embedded and immersed in crypto and NFTs for the best part of, in crypto for the best part of 6 years now. And we've got a lawyer that can talk about IP stuff as well, but there's also an investor, a shareholder in Vivi, which is really cool. And also the chair of the New Zealand Blockchain Association. So we can get that real meaty insight and understanding, which is really cool. So we're looking forward to that, and we think that's going to be awesome. Yeah. What else am I looking forward to? Well, what else was my highlight? Queens was a highlight for me. Definitely bringing the Queens. That was awesome.
Thank you.
And more family arriving. Kia ora.
Another wahine.
Yeah.
You got another wahine. You might as well come join the couch, sis. Come on.
Yeah,
Girls
come
up.
through, sis.
Hello, sis. I'll sit down.
Just
Come on, come jump over. Yeah.
come through.
You two jump. You
can sit here, actually. Oh, there you
Sorry
go.
to do this to you, but.
Tangled.
And guess what else? We're live right now, so we're on. You want to introduce yourself to everybody while we're here and tell you what? Where are you at, bro? Come in. Slide up.
Kia ora everyone, called Jewel Tokuingoa. So my name is Jewel. I'm an architectural interior designer at Tor Architects, along with Tiari. So yeah.
And you've been Tiari said you've been getting into NFTs for a minute now.
A little bit, yeah. So I think my first project was Trillionaire Thugs. God, I've still got my little thug. He's still hanging in there.
Yeah, let's go.
So been delving in a little bit of NFTs only since like the end of last year.
Okay.
Got into it. Yeah. When the NFT, like Trillionaire Thugs dropped, then I was just like, oh my God, this is just like the new normal. Like, this could be, I don't really need like a full-time job. Like this could be my job, right. Just researching, just going on the Discord, like, 24/7. It gets a bit addictive sometimes. Grinding. Yeah, you miss a couple hours, you're like, oh my God,
that
what happened?
Was
like,
real.
Yeah. 1 hour missed in Discord is like a whole week, and you're like, what happened? What's going on?
I was literally saying to someone, like, I swear the NFT world, the Discord world is like dog years.
Yeah.
Like
timing.
Straight up, like 1 day is 7 years. Oh no. Never mind. Anyway. Yeah.
That's dope. Thanks for being here. And Taddy, how's your week been, bro? What's the highlight for you in the NFT world this week?
I think this week has been all about the free mints. So I've been like trying to catch the free mints when they're dropping, and like you got to wake up at like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. to actually catch it in the US market and that. So that's a big learning for me. I missed the goblins. I think. Congrats to anyone.
Got feelings about that?
Like, where else? there's some like some faith, you know what I mean? Like there's some warriors like faith to jump in on that project, but it's paid off, man.
I'm feeling it.
Congrats.
Did you know the bro got 6?
Oh yeah, 13.
0.08.
13.
1.7 years later. Yeah, but I've been noticing that, right? Like just the Freemans
Yeah,
are
the
going
free
hard
mints are
this
going
week.
on.
Yeah, hard. All the DJing stuff is just like, it seems like stuff's coming from DJing out of nowhere, and then just
They're
like
building.
establishing itself like a fully shielded project, but it's just coming out of like nowhere. What do you reckon?
I think that because with DJing, being a DJing, to be honest, is like a real Web3 mentality, right? There's no like large entities running the project, and it just allows a lot of people that don't have the necessary means to buy these large mints to get in. But little do they know that it's actually good teams that are potentially offering these free mints. And then once they get to the stages, the middle class gets in, and then the new money get in, and then that's how it slowly builds up.
Yeah.
And so it's just Web3 mentality. And
What do you think? Like, does anybody else think that the Goblins is like actually a really good established team that is just like trying to play it low key? Theories, conspiracy theories, anybody?
Yes.
Yes.
That they are very interesting.
Yeah.
You know, like I haven't entered their Discord, but what I've seen on Twitter and on their social media spaces, it was just mind blowing. Because how do these people jump into a whole AMA space on Twitter with over 1.3 thousand listeners, and they're making goblin noises?
That's what we bought.
They're making goblin noises through the whole thing. What? And it's like a very strategic marketing strategy. Because it's weird as shit. And people get intrigued. So
Ruben's like, you're damn right it is. I'm in.
For those who don't know, but jump in the Discord and like Bruce just owns the DJing channel.
I love that.
It's
DJing
cool.
channel.
yeah, but it's they are sitting on money, like they just, the way that they went about their marketing, I suppose, is just next level. Like it makes no sense, but it makes all the sense in the world because look at what they're doing. Look at what they've done.
Yeah, weird.
It's great.
Hey, should we talk about your project a little bit now, bro?
Yeah,
NFT development. Let's talk about that. Well, why don't you just give us like the overview of what it's all about, and then we can keen to jump in. I know a few of the crew have got questions and stuff, and just tell us about it.
Just
give
the
us
overall
elevator pitch.
Yeah, just the overall view that we had when we started out, right, was to pin NFTs to real world assets. How do we go about doing that? We got the legal team on board. Can we do it? Maybe I shouldn't say this, but you can do it, right?
Totally can do it, bro. People are totally doing it.
They're totally doing it in America, right? They're selling fuddies, they're selling houses and whatnot.
Totally, I know that's doing like a whole commercial building in Sydney.
So that's exactly what our plan was, and that's where we want to get to. As it's a self-funded project from a few of my friends and myself and my wife, then you start to realize your pretty only gets you so far, right? So we're going to build our platform for local artists, onboard local artists that don't have much knowledge of the space, and then awhi tautoko to get them into the space and provide a safe environment for them. And then as we start turning over a little bit more profit, then we can start getting into the other side of it, which is tying NFTs to real world assets.
Right. And so how's it all gone for you? Because it's a massive undertaking to create a platform that's essentially going to be a marketplace. It's a double-sided marketplace. You need customers, you need artists, that demand needs to meet each other in the middle. Then the tech needs to stack up and everything needs to work. And all that shit is hectic.
And it's so hectic because the technology is so new, right?
Totally.
You've got to find the right developers. You've got to find the right people. And I've been through up to 10 developers, bro, to find the good ones, and that's just what you got to do. And you don't see it as a money lost. You see it as knowledge gained, because every step forward that I do is like a step that somebody else hasn't taken yet. And that's just where we're at the moment, is trying to meet the tech, trying to find the people to provide that means to meet the tech. But it's hectic, bro. It's hectic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you so what's the plan to be able to, because like there's a massive shortage of devs anyway, right? A massive shortage in the space. So how are you going to tackle that? It sounds tough.
So I've already tackled it. I've got 3 good devs on board at the moment.
Yes.
Yeah. And we've just built that good relationship. You know, I've looked after them through the tough times, and then they look after me. You know, just relationship building at the moment. Got some wicked artists coming on board. And then obviously just provide a decent platform for a start, right? Make it easy for people to buy and sell. Because if it's not easy, then nobody's going to get into it. And I think that's a lot of the downfall at the moment. It's the unknown for people, bro, you know. Trying to make it a little bit more like trading.
Yeah.
Yeah, people know how to work that. So.
You know, got questions? We have other questions?
This is probably going to sound like an ammo question, but it's okay because I'm going to ask it anyway. So is it kind of like an OpenSea, but you're offering more? Like, because creators can go in and like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah. OpenSea
is my only reference that I've got.
Yeah, OpenSea is definitely like the top of the top, right?
Yeah.
The amount, it's just the top of the pinnacle. We're to match that, you know, you got to put a lot of Pooty in there. But what we have done is when I helped out Mr. G with his collection to mint his first collection, right?
Yeah.
He had some cool thoughts in his collection.
Did you do that on your platform?
No, he done it on OpenSea, bro. Done it on OpenSea. But when I was around there, we had a cordial.
The next one was on your platform?
I don't know. Definitely. Definitely, my bro will come see you. But when we looked at minting, right, there's a downfall or a shortage in allowing early whitelisters and early.
Yeah.
So how do you tackle that without building a contract on the side? Well, you add it into the platform, right?
Right.
You add it into your platform, and that's what we've got. So it's already ready to go. I've just got to finalize a few things. Right, so if you do your collection, you simply whitelist the users that you want on our platform, and they'll be allowed to buy your collection first. As soon as you want to go out to the mainstream, you just one click of a button, it's public.
Cool.
Yeah, so just little things like that we picked up and then continue growing.
Is it open to like ETH, Sol?
Yeah, so for a start, we're going to go BNB.
Yeah.
And then I'm talking to the devs, we're going to go ETH.
Yeah.
Because the ETH market is huge. Gas fees are not that good, but you need it. Everybody's doing ETH. So we're going to go ETH and Sol. Yeah,
right, cool.
We're going to be incorporating all of those methods into the platform.
Like he looks unimpressed right there. The finger.
Yeah.
Security.
And teaching.
Nice. What about you guys? Questions for the bro?
How's it been, bro? How's the old Wairua still strong?
Oh, still strong, always strong. Never falter. No, it's just been busy trying to piece all the artists together, trying to build their knowledge base to make them feel safe, to put their special pieces out to the world. Yeah, I think a lot of that's happening at the moment. Just to let people know that it's a safe environment.
Because artists have been ripped off for such a long time.
Yeah, bro, they're getting ripped off, and
their IP has been ripped.
And that's where you know, when you got the royalties, people can get those royalties. You know, as an artist, it on sales, you get the royalties. So there's no third party that you don't know where your Pooty is going. You don't know how much Pooty they're getting for your artwork. Well, you do know in the blockchain, right? You can trace everything on the Block Explorer. You can see everybody's movements. You can see the royalties and things. So that's what it's going to be for artists and anybody that gets involved in NFTs.
Yeah, so what would your message to artists be right now that are like watching and listening and just like, why come to you? What you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, am I going to go NFT developers or am I going to OpenSea? Or am I going to go, where am I going to go?
Yeah.
Both places, what am I going to do?
For an artist locally, you know, we're a local small team. My wife works on the team and she's very good at being personalized to each person, you know, and we got that touch to coordinate one-on-one to help Tautoko mint, do all those sorts of things that artists feel a little bit iffy about. Maybe I don't want to get into the space. Well, we can directly contact Messenger, and that's the little bit of personal touch that we add to local artists in particular, because that's what it's about. ki te piki te taumata o ngā tangata Māori that are in this space. That's what I want to do, is just uplift Māoris, everybody, that are keen to get in the space, because Māoris are super talented, right? Waiata, they're good at carving, good at art, all sorts of stuff.
Creative.
So, yeah, just creative, and it's beautiful. So why not allow them to spread their wings and get into this world where they can benefit, because we all know the benefits of it, right? Yeah, it's great.
So is that the big why for you? Is that the big compelling reason and purpose?
100%.
Yeah,
100%. I never grew up in Te Reo Māori or anything, but 2 years ago I entered the wānanga. My whole worldview changed, right? I've seen another side that I've never seen before. And that's my new why. That's what drives me. I currently work in Māori mental health as well. So I'm just trying to, mold my whole world around trying to uplift our people, bro. Yeah.
That's so good, man. Anyone else got a question for the bro?
What's your marketing strategy, or is it kind of more of a word of mouth type of thing, or do you see yourself on social media and having your own page and stuff?
Yeah, so at the moment we're just we've got our own page at the moment, and we've just been, because a small group of us had to fund it, we didn't really have to reach out to people and go to this place, that place, drive people to our social media. After that, we'll look at the avenues to reach out to different artists. I can give artists a good feel on our platform, and then they reach out to their people, and then we'll spread by word of mouth. I want an organic growth. I don't want a fake growth like a lot of these projects have sometimes, and then they just die out, they fizzle out. I want people to know who we are, and just to grow by word of mouth, and then just continue growing from there.
I wonder for the other people that are in the panel, like maybe Jewel or Tiari, that you're involved in that design world and architecture. I saw some of those 3D model you showed me the other week. I was like, that's better than flipping meta mansions, bro. And I'm just I'm listening to the bro speak, and I guess at one stage or another we've all considered doing our own collection. We're like, I'm gonna do my collection. What's it gonna be? And when you hear the bro talking, I wonder, just by way of some authentic feedback, what it would take for you to go, yo, I'm with you. I'm gonna maintain your platform. What are some of the things that you guys would just make it a no-brainer for you?
First of all, I just want to commend you, bro. I think we need a shift from being consumers in Web3 to being creators. And, very brave and commendable to move into that space and lead and bring us through. So, kia ora tū. And just, I think we've all got aspirations for our own drops, and we're all trying to, every week it changes, the pathway, the model. So we're saying goblins is a new model, but it's also very similar to what the apes did. They just built that cultish community. Everyone talks about community, but the apes are cults. That's a cult, and what goblins have done is created that cult. And maybe that's what we as Māori and Pacific and New Zealand need to start thinking, how do we build that cultish community? And maybe even Trillion Thugs is kind of like that. They're loyal as. Maybe that's the trick, you know what I mean? We're all creative, we all can come up with artwork, but creating that hype and cult, I think, is the trick. Yeah.
Anyone else?
I think something that I was thinking about also the smart contract side of it. I think that could be something that we could give more love to as well. Because I think the thing about NFTs that we get stuck on is the technical side, obviously. And smart contract has a lot to do with it. So I think, how can we simplify the lingo in relation to different projects? So that could be one of the key metrics to measure, for a layman. Because at the minute, a lot of it's, the community and that. And I think if there's a way for a platform like that to simplify the smart contract side of things, we can understand the element of an NFT project that could add to our due diligence as well.
Right. Yeah, I think that's super important. And why I asked that question actually is because it's super important that like we support our own. Like that's incredibly important. We will always have the choice to support a bigger, more established, excuse me, a bigger, more established global player. That will always be there. That will always be the lazy option for us, the easy option. It's actually harder to support a smaller, just emerging project. But if we ain't doing that, then what the fuck are we doing? Wasn't this about decentralization? Like, wasn't this about supporting our own people? Because like my big fear is this, like it's not, like I talk about, like I was on that like Spaces earlier this week, and I was talking about the promise of utopian decentralization and what it could mean for independence of our people, of tino rangatira, of mana motuhake, and then all I see is re-centralization. All I see is massive platforms establishing and taking massive chunks of the pie, of the Web3 pie. And if we continue to just kind of blindly go along with the flow and don't for a second like stop and go, was I sitting in the studio with the guy that owns OpenSea? Nah. I was here with Rue. That should be enough. Otherwise, like it's stupid to me that we wouldn't like support our own, right? But then inside of that, there's also a responsibility for you too, right?
Yeah, exactly. Huge responsibility. And half of that reason was why I self-funded, right? Was that ownership. I'm going to own this first, make sure I get that kaupapa to that level before I, send it. Because I can't, personally, my feelings are you can't work at that high pressure if you've also got that outside influence of high pressure money. Money plays a big emotional role for a lot of people. So I thought, me and my mates and my wife will self-fund this. When we're at a happy state, then we'll send it to the people if they like it. Reach up. So no, and that's exactly it, bro. The Web3 space is built for minorities, right? For our people, because that's what the Web3 is. It's a collective agreement or collective environment for everybody to be on the same playing field. Because if you're not on the same playing field, what are you? You're in the corporate world, right? You're in this world. You need to be all on the same, and that's why Goblins is good. That's why Goblins was good, because it was minted for free, and everybody that had $20 or something and could see the bigger picture, they got the opportunity to get in on it.
You just said it, bro. Like
that's Web3.
Stay awake.
You need to stay awake.
We need to fucking be focused on the big picture.
The big picture.
Because if you're just pumping all your transactions through platforms,
you're just feeding the.
Did you see Twitter just settled for like over $100 million for the illegal sale of their users' data?
Whoa.
Like they just settled in that they settled.
Whoa.
That's not like we're their product. And if we don't watch out, we're gonna get colonized all over again. I know, Chad, you got words on this, bro. Preach.
No, I think that's a real fear. And that's what I mean. We can't just be consumers. We're consumers in Facebook. We're consumers in Instagram. Consumers.
But we're not just consumers. We're the product.
Consumers and the product. And that's what the utopian view of Web3 is that we can be the owners and creators, and sometimes I just feel like I'm a consumer and trying to flip and failing transactions and getting pissed off. And so man, if you can kick OpenSea's ass for me, that'd be awesome. Very like,
because you love gas.
Gas is the killer, right?
I'm bullish on Cardano as well, so there's some Cardano NFTs in there.
Oh, nice.
I totally, this one's like fully, want a protocol and like people like Honui, with the grams, like that was probably the first one I got. And it's just that process of bringing people through and that giving, that our people do to unload into that space. Like it takes a lot. And you're right, like $20 is a lot for some people of our whānau and to make that jump you got to help people in, but you also got to tautoko them when they do jump into that space, and you're not gonna, rug them. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna just leave them hanging with their investments. So it takes a lot, like brave to jump in, but also brave to kind of carry people through. And shout out to you too, Pat, for what you're doing to bring people through to the next place.
That was unexpected but pleasant. Yeah, totally get it. Because I mean, it's easy for us to like jump into global projects and get the bag. But one thing I'm really interested, I think Joel talked about it, was like the marketing part.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be super important, right?
Yeah, that's going to be super important.
It'll be like
that's where I'll begin to hold you.
It's a dark art, bro.
It's a dark art.
It's like what Goblins did. Even like the way we've just kept friends and fam, just a handy, but like the list of people that I have in my DMs that want to come in just keeps on growing by multiples of 100 every week. But we just keep it like this because we know if we build something right that everybody here is down for, people are actually benefiting from. Like, and I'm not trying to give it advice or nothing, but when I looked at, like, we've got aspirations to do stuff, and we'll announce some stuff at the block party next week. But I was like, I think we're just going to start with community.
Yeah.
I think we're just going to start with offering value, 100x value.
Yeah, man.
100x, like you come in, you get 100 times what you expected.
Yeah.
And what you paid for, because it's all free. So. But I think it's that and what's that thing inside of what you're doing that is gonna build unreasonable levels of loyalty and fandom, for your platform. Do you have some clues, or what are you thinking?
I've looked at how you build the community, bro, and it is just to the next level, bro. Like you make everybody feel like they're just talking to you, and that type of interaction really makes us feel special. So I'm taking notes from different projects about, how did that one do so well? Because they're staying true to their character, right? They're staying true to their word. Goblins are a goblin. They don't talk in human speech. They just talk in goblin talk.
Yeah.
Once I build my platform, then we'll be free. My mind will be free. How I build that community, I'm taking, we've got Manaki for that. He's the main man too. Right?
Manaki. He's got Manaki.
Yeah, we got Manaki. To build that community, you're so right. I need to be a Māori first.
Let's go.
Bro, I need to be a Māori first so that I can send a message to our people as well. After that, I need to get on your level, bro. Just get on that level, and just make everybody feel safe and special within the space.
Yeah, man. Cool. You want us to get some questions for the bro?
Manaki.
Good job, brother.
That's a statement, bro. Thanks.
So when you spoke about the NFTs and how to, what do you call it?
Tie them into real world assets.
Yes. Can you explain that a little bit more to anyone who might not get what that means?
Right. The NFT is the owner or the shareholder of your real world asset. Okay. Because NFTs are non-fungible. By non-fungible is you can mint two pictures that look the same, but the token ID is different, right? It's not the true NFT. One's false, one's fake, and one's true. So what do you do with that? Well, you use that technology to peg that token ID that's never going to change on the blockchain. It's forever there. And you tie that into a real asset. The tricky
My shoe.
Yeah,
his glasses.
Yep.
That bottle.
Yep. Right. And the technicality comes where maybe next week the bros will watch it, is how you actually incorporate the real world side of it, the income from the real world, or how you realize the cryptocurrency into the real world. That's the tricky part. Actually tying it into the assets reasonably easy. You can draw up contracts and things like that. But it's how you actually realize your money, pay your taxes, do all that good stuff. That's the tricky part. And that's where mass adoption will come.
Simplifying that.
Simplifying that right down.
Do you have some thoughts around that?
Simplifying that process. Bro, there's going to be a lot of hoops to jump. We've all got to pay our way, right? You can't just realize your crypto gains and not pay tax. But it's about Web3 is about fluidity. We just like to sell and get our money and then buy stuff. It's how we can make it seamless process. The cool thing is, you know, the banks take sometimes to send money overseas 2-3 days. You know, you can send it to another bro's wallet over in the US in 30 seconds.
But like one of the companies that was Centrality is like they're installing like a crypto payment by QR code into every 1K.
Cool. Yeah.
So just like you can pay by crypto and then QR code, bang, pay.
Yeah. So that's where I see the mass adoption coming in, is when we have the new flow of money. Because when you compare it to how much capital's in real estate, how much capital's sitting in banks and stuff like that, we're only touching the small, we're only like the minute amount of money that can actually flow into crypto. And when that mass adoption comes, we want to be there.
Well, I suppose the other thing, right, is that if you're pegging it to a real world asset, then you're taking a great aspect of that volatility that is normally associated with crypto as purely digital currency away, because it's pegged to a real world asset, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So it's pegged to a whare, or if it's pegged to something, it's just like all of a sudden, it's not about, you know, the market influence, and it can actually remain decentralized. And it can be pegged to that real world asset to give it greater stability, right?
Yeah, cool. And when you actually fractionalize a whare, right, you've got maybe like 20 NFTs or 100 NFTs type there, but each NFT is still individualized, right?
Yeah.
The whare might be, say, probably can't buy a whare, 500K. And then, you know, okay, maybe $1 million. What about up here, bro? What about but anyway, that NFT, right? If somebody sees value in your NFT, they can overpay for it. Right? So it's not directly pegged to the whare, and that's the cool thing. If you own a flash $2 million NFT, you fractionalized NFT, and I want to pay extra for it because I just want to be owner of it. I'll pay extra for that NFT because now I'm a 1/10 owner of that cool art piece.
Yeah, that's a really good. Like, does anybody have any fractionalized NFTs here?
No.
Just me?
Oh, yeah.
True. It's so interesting, because, you know, like you will enter a project or Discord or whatever, we mint this non-fungible token.
Right.
We can take this away, and with its already existing value, which are the utilities that have come with the project itself, we take it away and we add our own individual value to increase the overall value of it. And like it's amazing, and you get the best of both worlds. You learn about, like, by doing that, adding real world assets to a non-fungible token, you learn about both sides. You learn about the crypto NFT space as well as real world.
And to me, it's all about how do we automate that? Because Web3 is about automation, right? It's like we don't want no third person in the middle that's clipping a ticket. We want you to be a certified doxed person selling your whare, got 100 NFTs, but you're doxed on this platform. So you're certified, and then it's about how do we transfer ownership? We should be able to transfer that directly on the smart contract. And that's where we want to get to, and that's super fast. Oh, I'm going to buy the house today. Bang, swapped.
Wow.
How do you think that principle applies to different aspects of Māori culture, or, you know, specifically to culture? Where can you see its applications inside of culture?
Well, hands down, you know, ownership is a huge thing, I think, with culture. Ownership of taonga, ownership of, you know, losing out on our special gifts and things like that we're creating. NFTs can be a means of creating that sole ownership of our taonga, to also say that, hey, I did mint that. It shows me that I've minted that, I'm the owner of that, and when I on-sell that, then I know that I'll get those rewards, and also all of the, obviously what I talked about before. What did I talk about? Or the extra puti that you get when you, when you on-sell that. And cultural-wise, you know, some people, some Māori want to express their Māori side or express their artistic ways, and you know, we can monetize that. Well, I don't like saying that, but you can create that type of monetary value to something that you might want to share for a monetary value to uplift your whānau, uplift your community. And this is a cool way of doing it.
Yeah. Well, for those you two that are in architecture, like, do you think about how your craft can get applied to this space?
Yeah, all the time when I'm creating 3D models of buildings, I'm like, oh my God, like I could sell this like as an NFT, but it's kind of like, okay, who can help me out now? Like, you know, it's like, I'm kind of like, okay, where do I start, you know, and like, who do I collab with and what's the process with it? So I guess that's kind of like, well, my thinking, because I can do the craft, I can make the model and all of that stuff, put all the materials and all the people in there and stuff, but it's like, okay, what's the next step? Yeah. So.
Is that a thing, like doing a virtual open home? Is that something?
Yeah, I've seen it done with other firms, but we haven't done it. But I pretty much, my job is I do like renders, so I create like the 3D model, add materials to it, make it look realistic, and then I also make 3D animated videos as well.
I've seen
so
your work.
I know.
Your work is sick.
Have you seen?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Amazing.
And then I
think
see
that's the work thing I was commenting on, bro. You showed me that video. I was like, oh, this is better than those meta mansions.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah,
show you.
I just want to say I got my money out, all right? I got my money out better than a
Watch
meta
this
mansion.
face. No.
Nah, that's really cool.
Amazing.
What about you, T, as a jeweler?
I haven't thought about it at the moment, eh? Keen to test the waters and see where it goes.
Because crypto jeweler dude is quite a big deal, eh? He's quite a big deal.
Yeah.
I've seen him floating around a lot of projects, and he's kind of like the guy that go to for the bling in the metaverse space. Yeah, have you guys heard of him?
Crypto jeweler. I've only heard of
Captain
Tea jeweler, where we should go.
Honestly, when I saw you in the space and then you had Tea the jeweler, I was like, oh yeah, I was doing the crypto jeweler thing. But now you just busted that whole dream all out. What about you, Juice, as a creator and everything that you do?
I think, what do you mean specifically? It's like,
I don't know, how do you see the application of the creation of NFTs inside of what you do as a creator? Like, you touch a lot of spaces, you're doing a lot of podcasts, you're creating a lot of content, you're doing a lot. Talk yourself up, big man. I know you're producing that All Blacks podcast.
The alpha.
no, I think,
you have to drop the alpha here, you get exposed.
I think it was like you guys are talking about ownership, eh? Like, for example, the space that we're at, you know, we don't own the content, and we just lease out the space for people to come create their content and go take it with them. And I think, you know, Web3 and everything with crypto and NFTs allows that for creators. I saw a really cool stat, bro. It was comparing YouTube and other creative platforms and the revenue generated for creators. Did you see that?
Yeah.
And what the crypto space, NFT space,
average of $174,000 per project.
And then you see it like all the fraction, you know, tiny fraction that creators got from the other platforms, bro. Like, that's super encouraging for anyone who wants to create.
Yeah, like 1 million streams is like $1,000.
That's right, peanuts.
Like peanuts.
Yeah.
Between $1,000 and depending like on the type of music up to about $7,000 for 1 million streams.
100%. And I think like a really cool case study of that stuff was Tory Lanez, bro.
Yo,
cheap, bro. 1 million NFTs and everyone minted and then on-sold some of that and he got royalties instantly. Bro.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, we talked in the last party about sovereignty and like ownership, bro. There's a cool space to be in for that stuff, bro.
Now, Peter, you know, I'm going to ask you about sneakers, bro. Because, you know, there's a few kind of sneaker-based projects, and there's like sneaker passes with utility to, you know, to get you the plug. And then we're seeing like sneakerheads recently. And then I know that there's that big US sneaker chain that has just started a really general Discord and hasn't even talked about like any NFTs right now, but like they got a bazillion followers in social. And you think about it in your space, because you are the plug in Aotearoa for a lot of people. So like, what are you seeing?
Yeah, it's definitely a market there now. I've seen it starting to take off. It's RTKFT.
Yeah, Artifact.
Yeah, Artifact. Sneakerheads, yeah, all those different discords and projects that are coming together, sort of taking aspects of the sneaker community and culture and trying to push that through as NFTs and different utilities behind that. So I think it's, I think sneakerheads had a bit of stuff in their Discord just saying they want to make things limited to sneakerheads hobbies, where if you buy this NFT, you're able to get a specific pair of shoes that only they can have access to for, could be a pre-release or something limited like that. So it's definitely a lot of growth within there that's going to pop off, I can see, even like just with fashion and Adidas and all the different collabs. So I'm excited for that. It's going to be pretty cool.
Yeah. So what do people need to do, bro, to get out and to support you right now? Because we're all here, and I went on a mini rant for you.
Sure did, bro. I mean, there's two.
But like, I think it's important that like when people need support, if they can be specific about how we can support, then like people can, like one of the things I learned from my own community inside the Manaki community, like we love everything that you do, and we want to support. How do we support?
Yeah.
And we were just like, oh, we've never asked. Like we've never actually said what we needed.
Yeah.
We just assumed that it's like kind of implicit what we needed, but it's just like, actually, what do you need, bro?
Yeah. So what we need at the moment is we're going to be launching our platform possibly next week, right? And
next week?
Wow.
Yeah. I was meant to mint all our artist things this week, but I got tied up with the goblins and aroha mai. We'll tuck you here. I was meant to be minting all the artist collection this week, but the goblins took over. So, and then just give us a follow. NFT developments, keep up to date. When we see our new artists,
are you like? Do you think it's highly likely that you're gonna launch
next week? Yeah.
If you can come back, bro, you should launch at the block party.
Okay, mate. Yeah, we'll do that. Putting pressure on to mint. But that's it.
And then let's just like focus, like try and create some sales or whatever it is that you need.
Because
like,
it's for my artists, right? Because I'm minting all of these cool artists for free, bro. I'm doing it all on my own back. I'm paying for all the minting costs. I'm putting them on sale, and it's I just want them to have a good feel within the space, and then just total with them. Total with them. Every time you buy something, you're putting food into their whānau's cupboard, because these artists, it's a struggling, struggle to get up for some of these artists, and it'll just like make me really happy to see these guys benefit. Yep, drop next week. I'll come back next week then. And then we will, we'll do a launch party or something like that. And then
do a live launch.
Do a live launch, and then everybody can get on board, follow our socials, NFT developments on Instagram, Twitter. Manaki's the main man on there, doing a good job.
Yeah, this time when I was messaging, I was like, I thought I was talking to you, and he came in the morning. He's like, bro, you were talking to me last night.
Everybody thinks that they're talking to me. That's that personalized touch that I'm talking about, bro. So I'll come back next week and then we'll do that. I'll give you things sorted.
Cool, me. Well, bro, we all wish you the just all the best.
Oh, thank you, bro. I really appreciate
it. I really have so much admiration for any individual that will put their ass on the line, their own money on the line, their integrity on the line. Also, like your whānau is up in there with you too. So we know it's,
and my mates.
Yeah, and your mates. And so just mad respect and mad love to all of you, bro, for putting it out there like that and leading. Because this is what leadership looks like inside of the space.
Yeah, and
Sounds like
it's nothing to be scared of, because there is a lot of scams going around. People get scared of the space. It's not actually like that if you're in the right project.
Small, bro.
Yeah, and it spreads like wildfire.
Yeah,
you know,
cousins, gang members will turn up on your doorstep and then that's it. Yeah. So all the best to you, bro.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it.
It's been neat to have you here. Okay, I know you were getting some questions out of the Queen's group.
Oh yeah, I got
And I think it would be cool, like, if there's anything just to round up, any questions that we have, or problems or challenges or anything that we can help each other solve, just like if you got something nagging in the back of your head that you want to know, I'm pretty sure that we can cover it off in this group. Please.
Yeah, I can kick off with this one. So this is from Anna in the Queen's chat. She said, and this was about the kōrero you had with the brother and the trillionaire, the Twitter space earlier this week. She said how she would like to know how the whānau see the establishment of DAOs playing a part in this collective growth, or just any kōrero around that.
I personally love DAOs.
Yeah.
I love DAOs because they represent that utopian view of, what it could be, where everybody that's invested has a voice. The issue that I have around governance DAOs and, because they're tokenized, is that in that governance process, to date, it's been about how many tokens you have.
Yeah.
And so, like, whenever I talk about DAOs to people, they're like, oh yeah, I love that idea, but does that mean the person with the most tokens has the most influence? And in that type of model, that's exactly that's exactly what happens.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of my fear about it. And so, but then it's also, that's what's true and equitable. But then I think it comes down to then, the composition of your community, and not letting whales come in and just take everything and treat us like fucking krill, because that would be shit, And I think like that's why I'm keen, like with our own community, to know everybody, and just to get an understanding of where we're all at, so that we don't have people come in and somebody has 50% of the tokens. Like, I'm a big fan of Yuga. Like, I won't say I'm a big fan, but like, I'm a fan of their model, because their model, I think, there's a lot that we can learn. But then I look at the ApeCoin DAO, and there's just like massive pools of coins that are just, still held by Yuga and all the people that got distributed it. Like, I'm in the members of freaking Bored Apes and Mutant Apes and the other side, and like, they just all, hope you motherfuckers are listening, actually. They're all just having like fat laughs on like
At like us.
Not like at us, but like, when apes go on a bull run, and somebody got like 30,000 ape for nothing, they got airdropped ape, and then I see out in the community that like, people are DCRing and they're doing that out of their wages. I'm like, this shit just fucking ain't equitable. So that's my concern about it. And so I think if you're going to, I'll just open to anybody else too, but like a DAO, like, I think you need to be very particular about the composition of the people in the DAO for it to be able to embrace the true essence of what it's about. But other than that, it's dope. That's just my thought.
Anyone else have any? I can repeat the question if you want.
Oh, just with DAOs, I think a couple of us are in the Diamond Society DAO. That's been really cool. I followed a few like Squid DAO and Ape DAO, and they kind of, those were some of the early ones that had like 100 apes and stuff like that. And they just collapsed in on themselves when people just wanted to pull the money out. And so it's, there's still, I think that we're still in early times of what the DAO can be, you know what I mean? And like, once everyone, there's still greed, you know what I mean? I think an element of greed that kind of can just flood it, to zero if when everyone just wants to get their money out. So it's got to have a bigger kaupapa than just money. And then that's what I like. The ones that are successful, I think that there's a bigger kaupapa. They're all trying to make money, but there's a bigger picture.
Yeah. Who's in DAOs in here? D Diamonds is down. You're in D Diamonds in. Anybody else? D Diamonds. Yeah. Any other DAOs?
I think so. With the diamonds, like that's the DAO that I'm in as well. And I think I love the concept as well. But just real quickly, like I think the day there's more clarity around what you're going to distribute to your shareholders or hodlers, bro, like that's the day the value is going to increase. Because I mean, getting a free T-shirt and that's all good, but like, what exactly are you? You know what I mean? Once you can establish exactly what the distribution to the shareholders are, bro, that's when it's going to go ballistic. But I think concept itself is super cool, bro.
Yeah, I agree, man. I think if we ever did anything for our communities, I'd like to have a mechanism that people could get the money out. That's right. Like, put it in your pocket. Go buy some KFC if you want. But take the benefit of it. I would love for people to be able to have the benefit of the money, like be able to take it into a bigger project or
I don't know much about DAOs, to be very honest. I learned a little bit about the Kadana one, how you can apply for funding. Like your project, they'll fund your own project and they'll take it from the DAO. And when I heard that, I was like, what the hell? That's so dope. Like, what DAO? How? Nah, sorry. Sorry, I tried it. But anyway, DAO, yeah. It's funny.
It
was.
It was on
but yeah, that's all I kind of know.
I thought that was cool. I'm in a few DAOs, a couple of DeFi DAOs, and also the Friends with. Have you guys heard of Friends with Benefits? It's not what you think.
What the hell was that?
What the?
Friends with Benefits is like probably one of the biggest DAOs in the world, and it's all about supporting projects for creators all around the world, and it's gotten so big that it's broken down into DAOs within DAOs, specifically for the art, specifically for film, specific to film in Tokyo for Tokyo creators. It's absolutely huge, and it's all proposal based, and so you can put your proposal up, and then it goes to through a series of committees and reviews, and if the DAO are down with it, they can get funded.
Damn, that's cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. It's not what you think. And then the DeFi DAOs are just more about returns, just about straight financial returns based around the token. So I'm in a couple of those. Olympus is one, but like the rest of the market is bleeding right now. What else? Anyone got anything else? Big questions? Any questions?
Oh, just building on that, I guess is similar to play to earn. And like most of the play to earn models is just, 1,000 people give them $1,000 and then they just drip feed you $10 a week or something. You know what I mean? Like at a basic level of the model, you grinding and stuff. And it's just a Ponzi, you know what I mean? Like they're just feeding you your own money back to you. You don't drip feed. I'm waiting to see what actual real model for the whole play to earn thing. So all these NFT projects, if they say they're going to do a play to earn game, that's a red flag for me now.
True. That's a lot of projects.
I haven't really played a play to earn game.
No, neither.
Like I downloaded Benji Bananas.
What?
Benji Bananas.
Yeah.
You can play to earn ape on there.
Oh, yo.
Bro, you'd have to play for like a year.
Yeah,
You get like one ape.
Oh my gosh.
It does feel like a bit of a role to me. Like, but obviously, gamification, monetization of gamification is, well and truly proved right now. And I think Fortnite just took that to a whole new level as well.
Yeah.
I remember just being in the Marshmallow concert. some ridiculous number. I don't know. Don't quote me, but it was like 80 million people participated in the concert over the course of the week. And it's just like DJ Marshmallow on the stage in one of the on the stage in one of the zones, and just like people emoting to the music. It was crazy, but like, you know, and then you could have the pack of skins for $29. And how many people had the skins on? Like major. But there's definitely a lot of that in the monetization of the space. But has anyone seen anything good?
Have you sort of got into Move to Earn? Is that something?
No, but that's blowing up too right now, right?
We've got that's what I've sort of been looking into lately, just recently. I've got a background in sports science, and that's what I feel my mindset around the NFTs are looking into as well. So
yeah,
I know there's that app, that Steppen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah, I'm like, there are kids here in New Zealand that I know right now that are doing like a couple of grand a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Move to earn isn't just like play sport or move or steps or stuff like that.
It's like going for runs, but like you have to like buy a shoe, and over time your shoe wears out. So you got to keep upgrading with the tokens that you earn when you move.
Yeah.
So but people are making some good money off it. It's early days, so it might just be an early days thing. I'm not sure if it's sustainable.
Super
but
interesting though, right?
That's cool. And that sort of like that can tie in with, you know, like if we were to, I mean, obviously as a mama, I'm a mama to two pepe who have both been through the kohanga movement. Myself, I used to work as a kaimahi in kohanga, and since coming into the NFT space and learning about P2E and now Move to Earn, like creating something for our babies, for our rangatahi to learn about this whole space through a game, because that's obviously, you know, where how their learning is, in a sense. You know, they tend to find a game, they love it, they'll keep playing it, and they learn about that game. But why not add like educational and monetary aspects to it? So while they're playing this game, they're learning and they're making their own putea. And then people might be like, oh yeah, but then they're glued to their device. No, there's Move to Earn. You do the same thing. These are your tasks for the day. You go out, you do these tasks outside, you get active, and you will still learn and you will still earn, you know, like that.
Totally.
That's just something that needs, like, I can't
Who
wait.
had kids or observed kids over the lockdown that were doing their schooling online through Zoom, saw how absolutely disengaged the kids were with that form of learning. Like my kids were like, they had their camera off, they had their headphones on, and the little Chromebook was like there, and there was a Zoom class, but then they were playing PlayStation. And they just
there it is.
So you put it all together.
100, but like that tells you that, well, we ain't ready. You know, we ain't where our next generations are at, because they're actually ahead of us and
far more advanced.
Totally, man. I'm a bit weird, but like I love that my kid spends this time just facing his device at the time. I'm like, I hope you be a super nerd kid. You can't play rugby. I'm like, genius. I don't care. But that's just me. Yeah. Any more Pata? Comments?
Any up and coming events or projects to look out for? Or anyone got a good eye on something good?
I got to share our project next week, our block party that's happening here with our whānau from the Beaver community as well. So shout out to all of them and to the Broad Awhatiroa, blockchain navigators, like, and everybody else that's down for that kaupapa. That's about bringing everybody together just like, you know, that learning and that exchange of knowledge, and just like to fill all the gaps that we have in our own knowledge and experience, whether it's like, how do I get started with my project, or like, you know, how do I become tax compliant, or like there's all that crazy stuff, but also to learn from people that are doing it, people that are minting out big collections, people that are doing one-for-ones, like creator space and the kind of collector space. So I'm excited for that. Tickets go on sale on Monday.
Yeah.
What
Just
time?
saying.
What time?
Yeah, let me get back to you.
Okay.
But definitely will be Monday.
Okay.
Just go and sign up. There's a link. There's links floating around, I think,
Oh, sweet.
that you can jump on and just get the pre-sign, the pre-mint. Yeah,
That's the pre-mint.
that's the event side. Any projects anyone ever looking out on?
I just want to 3 artists that I've got at the moment. I've got an Eager Beaver as well. Dope initiative. Got that. But other artists, you just mentioned Rāwhiti bro. Ko te tino rangatira. If you fellas, it's just to support someone that's mean as in this Māori space, bro. Like he's on. Get there, get his Mr. G. And then the other brother, Kiriyama.
Yes, 100. Yeah,
Kiriyama.
yeah.
The bro,
Kiriyama stuff.
yeah, Kiriyama stuff. So, you know, those are just 3 artists in themselves that have put their artwork out there, got out there. And those are 3, plus Eager Beaver, but those 3 artists are the ones that I total good support. So,
Yeah. So all those 3 that he just mentioned, do we all have NFTs from any of those guys?
Star Wars thing.
Yeah.
He's got some great ones.
Oh, he's dope. Cool. Sean? You want my alpha list? You know where to find it.
Yeah.
It's the number 1 alpha channel. But please, you know what? Can I just have my minutes of this camera just to gripe? I've been putting some good shit in there, and I know you all ain't been up on it.
Yeah.
Just get up early or stay up late and make sure you get it.
Yeah.
There's been money lost, lots of it in there, and we've had some good games. And in this type of market where it's freaking hard, right? We're calling out good shit. Like I'm seeing, we have a pretty high success rate, just saying. So, you know, I'm putting in the grind for you. Please. Yo.
Facts.
Yeah. Sweet. Just awkward silence before we round it up. All good? We good?
We good.
We good.
Okay.
We good.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. Well, thank you, brother.
Nah.
Rupini, thank you for being here. We all wish you all the very best for your project, bro. 100. Thanks to the friends, thanks to the fam, new friends, new fam. Yo, you're all welcome. I'm glad we got the mic up in there. And thanks to everybody that was tuning in. Did the live work?
Yeah.
Oh, was that live?
Yeah, the live.
Good to know.
So the live was on. So
Nice.
thank you all for tuning in.
Is it really?
We'll catch you back here this Friday, 6 p.m. Friends and fam. We're out. Thank you.
Thank
So
you.
you said- Oh, yes, sir.